I feel like I've been on this journey my whole life because it started with my name, Talitha, Cumi, which literally means little girl wake up. And I can't say it's been easy. There's been a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, but I believe life is all in your decision making. The I Am Talitha Cumi show is a combination of things that I love to talk about, and I want to enlighten you, encourage you, and inspire you to be the best you can be with some help from me and my guests. Let's talk about it.
What's poppin', buddy? See, I got the leftovers from Auntie. Let's go ahead and crack these damn leftovers and make it good. It's a rib slider.
And we are live here at the Botham Jean Foundation Gala event, you guys. Did you know that the real New Year is not on January 1st? It's on March 20th. So the real New Year's Eve is March 19th, with New Year's Day being March 20th. So you guys don't worry if you haven't kept up your New Year's resolutions, because you still have a little bit of time. So is there anything that I left?
No, other than my name is pronounced Georgia Nay.
Georgia, I was pronouncing that all wrong. Georgia Nay. My bad. I hate when people pronounce my name wrong too.
Happy Kuma.
It was a dark and mysterious night. It was a Jack the Ripper, werewolf in London full moon on that slasher Ozzy Osbourne Kiss playing prom night. Quite the horrifying sight, how the prom transformed into a blood-filled zombie land, Resident Evil type of fright night. Carrie's dress was too tight. They threw blood all over her fit. She looked like Michael Myers had Texas Chainsaw Massacre through the prom. Pissed. He was so pissed he would walk up, rip, knife in hand, cutting up fingertips. Slit after slit, hit after hit. He was the Hellraiser, raising hell on some Exorcist type of split. And none of the other students stepping with red bottoms saw Jigsaw give his nail-pulling finger cut in 2 cents. Chucky cut through the suspense. It was Halloween, but it wasn't Friday. It was a Friday with a 13. Friday the 13th had deadly mental games. Everybody left scared, trying to escape room without a scream. I couldn't believe all the blood and gore from this tragic scene. It was extreme. It was a nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger was killing brothers in their dreams. Jason even rose from the lake to speak no evil. He was just being mean, cutting clean on his path, dismembering things, but also offered the deliverance at the haunted house like the Omen. Damien chilling late night with the devil stepping down to the heated level. You'd better get out of Salem's Lot, shining like, don't talk to me. Nope. You insidious evil being, you took the wrong turn while Megan looked in the mirror saying Bloody Mary, Candyman, and Beetlejuice 5 times before Jeepers Creepers released the Children of the Corn. Should I go on? And that's it. That's my Halloween poem.
That was dope. Hey y'all, it's your girl Talitha Cumi, and I want to welcome you to the I Am Talitha Cumi show on the Food for the Soul Media Group Network. As always, thanks for tuning in, and remember you can now catch us here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on our Food for the Soul YouTube station and our Food for the Soul Media Group FB page. And don't forget to check out our re-air audio shows on Spotify, Google Podcast, and iHeart
Radio. Shout out to Quan with Gorilla Cross Media on the ones and twos, keeping us looking and sounding right. And please make sure that you hit that subscribe or like button wherever you are, and go to our Instagrams and follow us at Food for the Soul Media Group. I am Talitha _Cumi, at The Real Big Bobby B, at Orlay _Worldwide, at K the number 2 Unique, and at DA _FALCON _HERU, the Falcon He-Ru. My disclaimer as always, these are our opinions, not facts, just our opinions, and some of the opinions of our guests are not always the opinions of the I Am Talitha Cumi Show, Food for the Soul Media Group, or Gorilla Cross Media. But if you guys want to weigh in, leave us a comment in the chat room on our YouTube station or our FB page, y'all. So you know how we do every fourth Thursday. It is the Gumbo Mix Thursday, and usually we invite some very special guests to sit in with us. But tonight, I thought it would be cool to chop it up with the podcast crew. So tonight is a special edition in honor of this 2024 election year. We are talking about some stuff tonight. So if you want to weigh in, please leave your comments on whatever platform you're on. And if you want to ask some questions or you want to add to the conversation, make sure you chime in. And I want to introduce everybody again. We got Kay with the G back with us again. We got the Falcon in the house. And of course, my baby, who we all know and love, Bobby B. And so you guys, I first want to talk about a lot of people don't know why Food for the Soul may have been created. So I started the podcast about like 9 years ago to be able to speak to current issues and mental health issues and relationships and stuff like that. And since then, it's morphed into so much more. It's morphed into different shows on different topics. But the one thing I want to bring back is the debate platform. I used to actually have a show when we first started. We used to have a week, because we were on every week in Dallas when we started, and we would do a debate and we would talk about some topics. And I feel like it was a safe space for us to discuss different things, and then you have an opportunity to kind of hear both sides. So tonight, that is what we are going to do. So they don't know that. They're just finding out now. But I'm going to throw out some statements and some topics, you guys. And then you're going to choose whether you're for or against it. And then you're just going to have 2 minutes or less to state your view or your opinion about it. It's just that simple, not really, really hard. And then you, our audience, you guys can decide what you think about it or who made, the best argument. The questions are going to be super random. And I want to go ahead and get into it. But remember, Kay, we only have 2 minutes or less.
Set a timer or something
to make our statement. So
God.
I don't have a timer, but I can try and get one. I'm on both of my things. So Bobby, you can set a timer if you want.
Nah.
I love Popeye.
Oh yeah. So we're not gonna. That's what I'm saying. She's already starting already, y'all. She's already starting already. And also I want to shout out Falcon and Kay with her made-up costume. But we were going to dress up tonight, and I didn't know if we were going to do it or not, or if everybody was comfortable with it. So shout out to the Falcon for coming hands down.
Stage ready always.
Yeah, best costume. And then Kay said that she is the Catwoman.
I identify as a cat.
Yeah, I'm not sure where.
Quan said that's.
Yeah, I'm not sure where her ears are or anything like that. But yeah, we'll go with it. And so I want to go ahead. Yeah, I want to go ahead and get started.
We can call her Black Woman.
Yeah, Black woman. I want to go ahead and get started, and then you guys can. What did Quan say?
Oh, he said he sees the whiskers. Ooh,
That was low.
Wow.
So you can send money to my Cash App at Prayer Warrior 1971 if you want to help me get a wax.
Yeah, that part. Because Quan just called you out.
Quan just called me out.
So, okay, so you guys, our first statement is, and remember, you're going to say whether you're for or against, and then you just need to give your argument. And if you don't want to respond to it or you don't have any thoughts about it, then you don't have to respond. It's just, it's just for, what we want to talk about. So, first statement is, let's normalize women getting on one knee and proposing to men in honor of equality. Let's normalize women getting on one knee and proposing to men in honor of equality. I saw this on a meme. So, for or against? Let's normalize it. Let women get on their knee and propose to their man.
Ladies first.
I only have 2 minutes, so I'm gonna make it quick. I would not get on my knee to propose to my man, but I would have dinner with him or be at a table and propose.
Okay.
I would do it that way, but I think that that's the chivalrous part of a proposal is for the man to get on one knee and ask the woman for her hand. I'm not a man. There's nothing chivalrous about me. So I would definitely say, I love you, blah, da, da, da. You marry me. Here's the ring. At a table, standing up, face to face, surprise him, but not on one knee.
Okay.
I don't think we should normalize that. That's desperation to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we should normalize doing what the hell you're gonna do. I think too many people are out here looking around for like some sort of validation or normalize. Should I normalize walking to the mailbox? Should I normalize opening my door? Let's normalize. Man, just be you.
Okay.
If you're gonna propose to your dude, propose to your dude.
Okay.
And shut up.
Okay.
I'm definitely not for a woman getting down on her knee. I'm thinking that, if some things just don't need to change based on equality,
Okay.
Because in reality, there's no equality in anything that we do,
Facts.
so let's keep it 100 and keep our gender roles as they are in certain places. There's some things that can cross the board, but let's not go overboard with it.
Okay.
It's already overboard. Something like that. That's kind of, I don't know.
My
That's
thought.
too, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not big enough.
Well, I don't think it's big enough. I just chose it because I saw it on Facebook when I was scrolling trying to find some topics I wanted to talk about.
But if he say
I
no,
feel
Right. You got to get all up and fix your skirt. And
well,
jack all the bears.
that's what men have had to do. So I think that these women that are out here, trying to shoot their shot and that want equality that bad, y'all keep doing what you're doing. I think it looks ridiculous. So
Right.
I don't agree with it. And every time, Bobby is always going to say something about me, going back to the Bible, but I'm going to go back to the Bible with, he that finds a wife. And I think that is a very true statement. And
he finds a what?
a wife.
He finds a what?
A wife.
He that finds a wife finds a
good thing.
A good thing.
And so I think, I really think that normalizing that would
unless
just
you find her an Uplift Bible,
because then
you find a putrid thing.
You know what?
That you need to find a short clip.
You might find a cult thing.
Bobby Burris. I'm not doing this with you today.
Get him out of here.
But I feel like we should not normalize that. There's some things, like Falcon said, I agree with him, that we need to keep. We need to keep in the tradition that it has always been. And so I feel like women should not have to, because I think it's a devaluing of some sort for a woman to ask a man to marry
It's
her.
a devaluing of some sort to get rid of the ask your daddy. You remember that? That was kind of big in the 80s.
And
even
that's
gone, I think.
And that, I don't think that's devaluing though. I think that's a proper way to make sure that your woman's father knows that you can take care of his daughter.
I said getting rid of it.
Right.
Oh, you said getting rid of it. We shouldn't have gotten rid of it. Is
Yeah,
that what
right,
you said?
right,
You're
right.
right.
Yeah, pay a dowry.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I believe in that. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that wasn't ever here in the States.
Well, ask your daddy.
No, paying a dowry.
Paying a dowry it wasn't here in the United States.
It wasn't here in the States.
No, it wasn't.
If it was way before European conquest.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Okay, so my next statement is, when raising children, it is important for them to be raised with both genders. When raising children, it is important for them to be raised with both genders.
Man, I'm on a playground now with kids during the day.
Okay.
And these kids can't do monkey bars. I remember just seeing kids just whip through monkey bar, the rings and all of that, like it was nothing. We were doing that like, now these kids can't even like lift their phones. They can't do this at all. One bar and they're all falling.
Absolutely.
The boys and everything. I'm like, golly, who's showing them how to do like little things that's, little boy things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You're getting a real imbalanced child without both sides, no matter what. Even if it's some uncles or some aunts or something, it needs to be, you know, and they need to be credible. It can't just be some dirtbags, but you know, somebody has some sense. I think it's needed.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Same sentiment.
Yes and no, because I think that the inability for them to perform or do things that are physical has a lot to do with technology. And sometimes mom and daddy are just as technologically hooked as the kids are. But when it comes to instilling values, morals, principles, and looking at life from a perspective as this is a man, this is a woman, so kids know how to differentiate. This is my dad, this is my mom, and not having two daddies and two mamas, or having a mama. Did you see my post today about the pregnant dude?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
That's kind of confusing for these children. And then everybody wants to normalize these things that they're seeing, but they have no true perspective on. A lot of kids have no perspective on what it's like to be raised by a mother and a father, but it takes an entire village. So I do agree with, if you don't have a man or you can't get a man, you need to find some man in your family, whether it's a grandfather, an uncle, a brother, someone, to instill values, whether it's a girl or a boy, because girls need to know what it's like to be catered to by a man.
Why is it? Why you said can't get a man? Why is that?
That's a totally different question. Is that on your list?
No, I'm only asking. You said it so clear. Like, why is that? Why would women not be able to get a man?
A lot of women can't get a man.
Why?
I have no idea.
We need to delve into that.
I can't speak to that. There are different things. You know, this woman's right, this I am woman, hear me roar, this inability to be submissive, this I'm going to tell you what to do. You know, I think that the coolest thing is seeing a strong woman be submissive.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And some men, you know, and it's like that some men don't even appreciate that when they got a strong woman. On the outside, she's strong, but at home, she's submissive. You got a blessing. She do whatever you say, do. And then they mistreat her. Then that's crazy. And that happens in real life. But yeah, that's a totally different conversation. 2 minutes.
Yeah, we might come back to that, Bobby, if we have time. The Falcon, you anything? Yes, no?
We definitely need both genders in the household. There's no question about it. I'm not going to be, go too long with that. It's a fact. There's no way around it.
Okay.
And we see more of it today.
Yeah.
We see more of it today. And you got a different breed of kid a lot of the kids, they're coming up the way that they should. We went through this whole period to where it was single fathers, black men, or men, period, were going to prison, this, that, and the other. But lately, I see that family dynamic more, and I'm like, wow, know, I like that. Yeah. Side chicks is hurting right now.
Yeah, good for them. Let them hurt.
Kill them dead.
Breaking up families all over the world.
Kill them dead.
I agree. I say yes, we need both genders in the home because there's a different perspective from each gender. Right. And so having a girl learn how to be treated, like Kay said, from her father or from an uncle, like Bobby said, or a big brother or something like that, very, very important. And for a male to learn, or son to learn how to treat his woman when he gets older, the moms, they absolutely need to be there.
For mothers who don't see that, they're taking every dollar they've ever earned and burning it. They're burning their whole legacy. They're burning everything they could be building.
Because I did want to talk about Girls Who Brunch, but you changed the Girls Who Brunch is like very important. But it's so crazy that when you look on social media these days, these women that don't have a man in their house are raising their daughters to be hoes.
Yeah.
I hate to say that. Right. These are little 6 and 7 and 8-year-old girls, and they dressing like grown women, mid-drift. And then you wonder why there's so many pedophiles out here.
You should hear their conversation on the playground.
And
I'm
they're
so
grown.
surprised that I walked up on 2 first graders talking about BBLs. I talked about it last week.
Yeah, okay.
It's worse. I heard some stuff that was a little worse today. Little girls dropping smooth F-bombs and stuff. And I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
What is that?
They're exposing
little girls
kids.
cursing?
Yeah.
And that's because their dads are somewhere else because their mom couldn't take any kind of discipline. So they kicked him to the curb for some misunderstanding. And now the girl's just doing whatever she wants to do.
Wow.
Or they bringing toxicity into the home. They just
It
picking up
started
any
out
Tom,
toxic.
Dick, and Harry
Yeah.
and bringing them home. They're not, and that goes to because you're not willing to take a look at you.
Right.
You got to take a look at you. Like me, I know I'm loud. I know I can be offensive. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to find me a man, if I'm going to have a man, he's going to have to accept me, flaws and all. And I'm not going to change who I am.
Yeah, but you don't come with a negative disposition first. Like a lot of women who are like, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
They're negative too. You're not negative. So all that stuff it comes off like Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
Like it's a fun, playful, loud energy. So yeah.
But all of that, you deserve me, or no. You deserve each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You deserve one another.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. This next statement, it kind of goes into that. And so this next statement is parents owe it to their children to continuously be there for them, even in adulthood.
Absolutely.
Parents owe it to their children to continuously be there for them, even in adulthood. Why?
Now, depends on what you mean, be there. Now, if I raise my children properly and they know how to handle themselves financially, they know how to handle themselves, protect themselves, they know how to do the things that they need to do as an adult, the need won't be in that type of support. The need will be as an advisor. The need would be as, how can I maneuver through situations more so than, I got to support my child even through adulthood. And that is what's not happening. If you raise them and teach them the fundamentals of being an adult, which we've lost, and I used to do a rites of passage program in order to teach children certain aspects of becoming an adult.
Yes.
Right.
With those things being lost to our communities, yes, our children are going to be dependent on us through their adulthood, which is counterproductive in my opinion.
And so should we be there for them then?
You don't have any choice if you failed to teach them.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're only given so much rope, and you got to you have to pull all of it. So if you don't get that moment to do the child raising thing in the youth, you're probably going to raising your grandkids.
Right.
I see a lot of people in this.
Right.
There's the way balance works.
Yes.
So
You
didn't
made your
teach them
bed.
financial stability because you're out chasing it, and then they're stumbling. You're going to have to carry that.
Yes.
It's just what it is. I see it that way.
But so do you think?
And it won't be. It's not negative. It's just
Okay,
that
yeah.
you built it that way to where now I'm gonna have to do this because I didn't do it then.
Right.
Okay.
Same with Destiny. She's in the space where she's listening to a lot of rockhead information. So right now she can't hear me, but I'm building everything now to where when she falls, which she will, I'll be able to help her pick her face up off the ground.
Right.
Because I've dealt with all of this dissension and nonsense for all these years.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't let it beat me down. I kept going over the hurdles and trying to figure it out, all those hurt and whatever else. I'll be able to help her out just for not being able to carry her now, So, yeah, I think that we have to.
Okay, what about you, Kate? You
And
don't
that's
have
a-
any children?
I don't have any children, and I really don't know how to answer that question because I was there for me.
Yeah.
I had a mama, I had a daddy, and that's what they were. The Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father. But there's a difference in having a mama and a daddy and a mother and a father. And everything I can say that I learned, I had to learn through observation and digging for it.
Okay.
There were no nuggets handed down
Okay.
to me that I try to think back on the good things. I try to make myself think back, and I don't want to slander anything or anybody, but I can't really speak to that. I think that a parent should be there for their children. They should be able to see when their child is about to fall, know their child, support their child mentally, physically, but most of all, emotionally. You yelling at me, you judging me,
Right.
yelling, screaming, comparing your children to other people, belittling your child to make yourself feel better, or to maybe that's not how you do that.
Yeah,
That's not, it's called nurturing. It's called teaching them to formulate their own identity. And for me, it took a long time for me to learn who I am. Because nobody ever said, let me take you in and coddle you until it's time for you to go. You know, my great grandmother, she was there, and that's where it goes back to what you were just saying a few moments ago about sometimes when parents have children and they don't do the right thing by their child, then they pour that knowledge and that care and that concern and that love and into their grandchildren and their great grandchildren. So I was a product of my great grandmother. She poured a lot of things into me. She gave me a lot of the morals and values, and she taught me how to survive on my own. Because at the end of the day, you came in this world by yourself and you going out by yourself. And kudos to those people who are able to support their children or who raise their kids up in that strong foundation. I mean, I support that and I love that, but I can't say I experienced it.
I absolutely
You did.
I don't know that parents owe it to their children, but I feel like that it is absolutely necessary for us to continue in the cycle of just being family. Just because I get grown, that doesn't mean that I don't need my parents.
Right.
That doesn't mean that I might not need help. There's been times when I remember after my divorce and having to move from Kansas City to Dallas. My parents were right there for me, and my sister, matter of fact, when she had gotten her divorce, and they were like, hey, come move in. Let's figure this out. We're all living together. And my dad was like, here, drive the Lexus. You just pay the insurance on it. I got everything else. And he was there for me, helping me get back on my feet as a grown woman who had come from living by myself for so many years and all that other kind of stuff. And
without
so
conditions.
Yes. Right. And so I feel like that's what he should have done.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's what he should have done. There was, and of course, living in his home again as a grown woman, he's like, my home, my rules. So we was having to get up and go to church, even though I didn't want to. But he's like, you living in my house. I don't care how grown you are. You're going to church with us. So I don't know if it's old, but I feel like it's necessary. I feel like it's really, really necessary to be there for your kids, even through adulthood.
Absolutely.
Because they're always going to be your kids.
Always going to be your children.
Always going to be your kids, no matter what. So my fourth statement is, with all of the stuff that's going on with Diddy and that debacle, you guys, my statement is, see something, say something, yes or no. See something, say something, yes or no.
What you looking at, first of all?
See something, say something. With all of that that's going on, see something, say something. We see people that are now saying something 20, 30 years later. See something or say something. Yes or no?
Some of us see too much. Like, I was in protection for too long.
Okay.
And I had to sign a lot of paperwork about stuff that I can't, disclosure paperwork and stuff.
Okay.
With the media and everything else. So, nah, not everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even with that whole Diddy stuff, I've seen a lot of stuff with that. I'm not saying none of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Because it wasn't my person. Like, if he invited me and I said yes, and then I, saw some stuff that was just way questionable, I would have.
Okay.
But yeah, from the outside looking in, I'm not really invited even into that conversation it's not my business.
Okay.
I know it's rough, but
again, there's a level of what am I seeing? Who is consensual, who's not consensual. Even with the Diddy stuff right now, I think a lot of it is money play.
All of it.
Because again, we can even go to the Cosby thing. I don't think that it takes 20, 30 years to catch someone if they were doing all of that that is coming out in this day.
Right.
You're not that powerful that everybody is saying, oh my God, I'm afraid of this person. You could have there could have easily been a case 30 years ago, you know, or 20 years ago on each of these individual celebrities.
Right.
You know, why all of a sudden now? And again, there's more behind the scenes that we all can, we all have, you know, not privy to. So see something, say something, depends on what you see, and depends on your morality and what it is that you feel is necessary. Now, if I see, like, we can go to a grocery store and you see a parent smacking their kid. Only thing we saw was the parent smacking a kid, but we didn't see the kid sticking candy in their pocket.
About to get arrested.
You know, about to get arrested. Am I going to call DIFUS or the child services because this parent smacked that kid? No, I'm not, because that kid probably deserved it at that moment. Now, if I see that parent choking that kid, there's
Definitely
a difference.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
so see something, say something it's very, it depends on what I'm seeing, what I'm saying. I gotta really understand the whole picture.
Okay.
Yeah, that's broad, because I'm pretty sure that if they were there to see it, then they all were consensual.
Yes.
Everybody that
It's
was
all
there.
money, man.
Yeah, if you were
Cats
there
aren't
to
getting
see
paid
it,
anymore, so
if
that's
you're
not-
there to see it, then you consent. You know what's going down. You know what time it is. You know what's about to happen. That's your jam. That's your jam. You already knew what it was. Now you want to say something about it.
My complication with all this is, how can somebody be so genius to everybody until it comes up to like some underage? I mean, you can see this person's under. So we're supposed to just believe that this celebrity is making mistakes with all these people, and all this stuff is coming out, and they were just a genius to everybody. Weird.
But the smart thing about him is, obviously, it's my opinion, the wrong person went to the party.
It's always
The
is.
wrong person went to the party, and he was prepared, because when he went down, it was like a house of cards, like Abercrombie and Fitch. The same thing he did, the same thing they're accusing him of doing. Abercrombie and Fitch, that guy did the same thing, and they let him out on a bond, $10 million bond.
What was he trying to buy?
A boy, bouteille.
No, I'm saying, was he trying to buy a big organization or something before they try to crush him with some allegations?
I'm not going to even go there, because I don't want nobody blowing up my card, because
Yeah,
I
we
was
not.
on a podcast saying something.
We not.
But it's a lot.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't be
We're just
getting
asking
me canceled, okay? So here's the scenario then when I say see something, say something. Okay, so say you guys are at a restaurant. Let's say you're at a restaurant. And so you see these kids, young kids that are they're, you know, having a good time, whatever they're doing, and they are cursing like super loud, just doing too much. They're being rude to customers around them or something like that. And you're sitting there trying to have dinner with your, you know, with your boo or with your homie or whatever. See something, say something.
Yeah, I'll go tell the manager. I'm not going to say nothing to them. I'll go tell the manager.
Okay.
Now, again, it depends, but I might say something to them. But again, there's consequences to all actions. Now, if I'm, again, it really just depends. Now,
Okay.
just like, and we're going to go back to the Diddy situation. There's a allegedly a 13-year-old girl who got into his party after being at one of the MTV Awards.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I haven't heard that. Uh-huh.
She got into his limo because the limo driver said, "Oh, I'm going to take you to the Diddy party."
Okay.
13 years old. At the MTV Awards by herself, was able to get into a limousine with a stranger and go to his party, and these things happen.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot going on now. Nobody saw that?
Yeah, she looks 13, I'm sure.
Yeah, yes, it's not enough makeup that you can't, you ain't looking 13.
I know some 13-year-old girls go
But
hard.
you can still smell 13. Like, I still like, yeah, you're a
A
kid.
lot of grown men like the way 13 smell, and that's sick.
That's hella
That's
gross.
13. Yeah.
Okay, but
when you come from the gutter, you have to think about it. I'm cute. I'm fresh. I know I need this. I need that. I'm 13. I think I'm grown. And she put herself in that situation. No matter how she's thinking about it, it's
judging her
still
at all.
wrong.
I'm
but
still
if
saying
you
she
put
looks 13.
yeah, and it's men out there that people, men and women that
No,
be
you ain't
like,
lying. You
hey,
ain't lying.
little
Right.
tenderoni.
Right.
I don't never see no bad pregnant chicks in the hood. It's always the most busted, laundromat looking chicks walking around pushing the stroller with like extra. So yeah, you're right.
The thing
not in
about
my
it,
hoods.
Roni. Yeah, they know
I'm
it.
playing.
Yeah, I know of a girl that was 13 that was 13, 14, and she was doing what she had to do.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do I can't speak on that. Allegedly, she was younger than me, and allegedly she was involved with me and old enough to be
Granddaddy.
thank you. Thank you.
I know it happens.
Thank you.
That
I
happens a
know
lot.
it happens, but how do you
And the mamas
see
be
something,
knowing.
say something? Right.
I was gonna say
Exactly.
something.
Mamas
Payoff.
know.
Exactly. So how do you see that, say something when it's clear that whoever is responsible for that child, including themselves, is in line with it? Those children at the restaurant, they're in line with what they're doing. Now, it's not our responsibility to say something. It is the restaurant's responsibility. But yes, I think we should be able to say, yo, y'all, you know, this is a respectable place.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't know how to, conduct themselves.
Okay.
There is something I do always tell on, always, and this is because of my personal trauma. Anytime I see a white lady stealing in the store, I'm not even being funny. I automatically tell on her. I go right to somebody and tell.
But to
'Cause I'm
sell
like, man, I've been accused of stealing in a lot of stores. You know, just being a black dude wearing a hoodie or
You
whatever.
fit the description.
Yeah, I always fit the description. I'm like, all right. Anytime I see it, I'm straight running to a manager. And I do it.
And
I did
telling
it at
on
the
them.
Dollar Tree the other day. Felt good about it. Yep, adjusting my glasses and everything.
but so that our audience doesn't get confused about what we're saying. We're not saying that we consent to anything that's going
At
on
all.
in her,
Right.
because when it comes to whatever they're alleging that was done by illegal purposes, now that is not cool at all.
Right.
And of course, if you see something like that going on, even if you do know what time it is, you should say something if you see it.
Right.
But if you just down with the party and it's flowing and this and that and that, I mean, it goes on in my hometown all the time. They like baby oil.
Yeah.
And that's a big negative. So with that last response, we're going to just take a quick break and talk about some things we are a part of that we have coming up. So first, right before the show, I had an opportunity to be interviewed by an organization called Heart to Heart, and they will be putting on their awesome 5th year of Your Bold is Beautiful conference, complete with vendors, panel discussions, speakers, entertainment, and a fashion show and a cocktail hour. It's going to be next weekend, Saturday, November 2nd and Sunday, November the 3rd. And you can go and get your ticket now. I think that I actually have a discount link because I'm one of the speakers. So I'm going to post that where you can get your information. So make sure you guys follow us, check out the page. And I'm going to be posting that all this week to let you guys know how you can get tickets. And I'm going to be there representing the Girl Scout and food for the soul. And so that's going to be a plus for me. I'm excited about that. And also on December the 6th, we are partnering with the Juneteenth Christmas soiree. I don't even know how to pronounce that right. Soiree. Black tie fundraiser at the Legacy Mansion. So Orlay Worldwide will be hitting the runway again, and we will be broadcasting live at the event, hoping to help raise money for the Miss Juneteenth Pageant 2025. So look for the Eventbrite. Make sure you donate to be in the building or just give because they need it. And so, you guys, we are back. I have 2 more statements left before we get to our special spotlight artist of the evening. This next statement is, it is up to us, the Black community, to help us. It is up to us to help us.
Absolutely.
It'd be nice if we
I
believe
agree.
that.
I
Absolutely.
concur.
There's no other way around it. We can't, it's been over 400 years. We can't keep looking to someone or another group to give us what we have inside. So it is definitely up to us as a people to come together, unify, and build the structure, the foundation that we need to propel ourselves. Absolutely.
Each one teach one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So both of you guys, no other comments, just that's the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But the sad part about that is some people don't want our culture. It's really crazy. I was having a conversation with some women the other day, and I was talking to them about mentoring and reaching out to young women that may be in college, that, may be going through a transition in their life, and pulling someone aside and giving them some tools that they need to be successful. Mm-hmm. And one of these ladies said she was a judge and from Atlanta, and the other one was a nurse practitioner. And I was at UNLV, and we were just having this conversation, and I said that I think mentoring is a great way to build the community, to show support for our own. We have a lot of young ladies that are coming over that probably could use your insight. They looked at me like I had lost my mind, as if to say, oh, well, that's a great idea, but they have to, everyone has to learn on their own.
I ain't got no time for that.
Exactly. They basically told me, they basically said that to me, and they walked off, and I could see by their body language. You know how you can tell when somebody is saying she done lost her mind. Right. Mm-hmm. And I was like appalled, because I think it's important to give back to the community, like to give back to your people, teach people just little bitty things like etiquette. Table etiquette. Mm-hmm. This is a dinner fork. This is a salad fork.
We're not gonna all get it because not all Black people are the same.
Yeah, well,
we keep thinking.
I think, but I agree. I think we should.
So then, comment on that. Then, not all Black people are the same. So with Falcon saying that we have to come together as a people, if we're not all the same, how do we do that effectively?
We don't need to come together as a people. We need to make sure we're with our people.
Okay,
that's the difference.
Got it.
Like everybody's like trying to unify Black people. It's like, man, some of these people are Haitian, and I'm Jamaican. That's different.
Yeah.
I'm just saying references, but like some people just aren't the same. We're never gonna do this. Now we can see each other and respect each other.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit and eat your food. You're not gonna sit and eat mine.
All right,
so we're not gonna be able to do
crabs in a bucket.
No. I'm gonna push back on that because we may be Haitian, Jamaican, American, African, whatever the case may be, but no matter where we go around the world, we're all being oppressed by the same opposition.
Right. No, I totally get it.
And with that being the reality, it's time that we actually unify under a banner and say, look, how can we all win?
Learning how to unify a family first, like our own.
Well, of course, that's the microcosm.
We're all in shambles, and we can't go.
That's the microcosm. Absolutely, but we got to have at least that mindset. If that is the mindset and the ultimate goal, then we take those little steps with the family first.
Yeah.
But and then again, what we teach in the family is going to spread. So if I say in my household, if only foundational Black Americans are who we working with, then my children are going to say that. If I say we're working with melanated people around the world, then that's who my children are going to adapt to. Right. They're going to adapt to eating different types of food. They're going to adapt to traveling to different places, and this bothered me a lot. I traveled a lot. When I go to other countries outside of America and I see melanated people and they don't wave or acknowledge.
They don't.
I'm like, yo, you lost.
I see that all over, especially Texas.
Well, I'm in a whole nother country though.
Right.
And you see another melanated person, I'm acknowledging that person, and they walking past me like they're scared.
Yeah, like they got chains and stuff, and they mask on, let them say hi. Boy, if you don't stop, I'm gonna slap the taste out your mouth.
That's terrible to me.
That's kind of why I appreciated Vegas, because I waved at a brother, he waved back. I was like, oh.
And
they're a little bougie in Texas. I hate that.
Yeah, it's really, especially Houston.
Like I know somebody that I said, I want to make a post and say thank you. You don't need to do that.
Okay,
They don't
just
want
shut
to.
up and go
just
choke on
shut.
some Texas fried junk. Get out of my face.
And I agree with all of you all. I think that, Bobby, what you were saying was it's necessary because of us understanding our tribes. And I think that's what you were trying to say when it's like, okay, we're trying to unite everybody, but I'm always going to say this, I'm always going to believe this, and it is totally biblical that if I'm a hand, it's hard for me to unify with the foot. Like I can unify with them because we have the same mission, which is what the Falcon is saying. But as far as my responsibility and what we do, we don't do the same thing. So it'll be difficult somewhat to unify with them in the space of, okay, we're going to do this. No, we're not going to do this. Me and all my hand people are going to do this. You're a foot. You go over there and find your foot people. Y'all do
your
that.
job. Make sure the body keeps going.
Which is contradictory to iron sharpens iron.
And then we come together like Falcon said, because we have the one goal. So all of the parts come together to help do this one goal. But I'm saying I understood
like
what
Voltron.
Yes, I understood what you were saying about the
humility and empathy has to be first, because you can't step into any space without knowing that.
And knowing
you're going to always judge somebody for
right,
not being a nose.
Right, and knowing your place. That's
right.
what I'm saying. So that's why the unity is hard, because I'm never going to do what Kay does. Right. I'm never going to do what Falcon does. I'm never going to do what you do. But if I'm beneficial and I'm helping out the cause, then that's great. So I feel like the people, when we're trying to unify, sometimes we as blacks, we're like, okay, well, you should be doing more. Well, you should be doing this. No, let me do what it is that I do.
Right.
And then use that to your advantage and say, okay, well, Talitha's doing that. Okay, cool. I'm going to come alongside and I'm going to do this because I'm still in this. Right.
Find each person's strength and then nurture their strength.
Yes.
That's why mentoring. Yes. Mentoring.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So
you do a great job.
Thank you. My last statement.
Girls that brunch.
My last statement. Church is not designed for black men.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh.
I said it's a statement.
Oh, okay.
Church is not designed for black men.
Why not?
Yes or no?
Church is not designed for whoever can pay the money.
Church is not designed for black. Say what?
Church is designed for whoever can pay the money.
Okay.
Faith is designed for whoever believes.
Okay.
No. Now, again, I don't know how controversial.
Black men.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, no, I just don't know how controversial this is, but I mean, most churches have black ministers, so those are black men, and they profit very well.
But is it designed for black men, not the pastor?
But they're black. We can't separate.
Nobody can sing.
I can see that. No, it's absolutely not.
What?
It's designed to make black men more like their wives.
So that's what
because like my dad was such a strong dude.
Mm-hmm.
He used to take me to visit churches when I was really young. But when he started working hard, that's my mom saying until she fell out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if he kept doing that, then he would have probably been like real hand in hand and demure and just I'm just not gonna take
very
this
mindful, very demure.
Yeah, just kind of like a ho. Like I'm not gonna.
Did you call a ho? Did
I
you
said
say
my
that?
dad would have been a ho.
Yeah,
getting pushed over and stuff if he would have stayed in that operation.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because the word, even in the Bible, is very patriarchal.
Mm-hmm.
It's very patriarchal, and if he is following the word according to Scripture, he is going to remain dominant. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't necessarily believe the church is for our people, period. But that's a whole nother, that's a different question.
I just asked. I said, is the church not designed?
I
said the church is not designed for black men.
That stay in there. They always just
except for the pastor.
Yeah, but that's because he's getting paid good.
Nobody can sing "Got Me Over"
not
like a black man.
I'm not finna go with Kay right to
I have
now.
no comment on that.
Okay, so that was just that was my last question. I thank you guys so much for doing the show with me. Take a minute to tell the people what you guys have coming up. If you have something coming up, Kay, you got anything coming up?
I have nothing coming up. Just holidays.
What about that movie that we talked about last time?
That's going to be in January. They're going to have the movie premiere in January. I'm going to be doing some auditions coming up January 2025. I just got a feedback that they are going to be doing some things, and hopefully I will be still doing some networking with Food for the Soul Media Group.
You need Batman in there?
No. Falcon, go ahead and let us know what you got coming up.
All right. Every Friday I'm at food. I'm at Stuff My Turkey. Every Friday, Stuff My Turkey right now. I'm doing a poetry open mic. Every Tuesday at Soul of Africa.
Okay.
On November 2nd, anniversary of the Multicultural Bookstore. We have I'm in a movie, actually. It's a short. Nice. And we are premiering on November 16th. The short movie is called, I forgot the name of it, but I'll get back to you on it.
Okay.
So yeah, a few things going on.
Yeah, as always, and I love it. And so I'm going to make sure that we continue to support by just maybe doing like a little short event calendar flyer that we put out. That way everybody knows what everybody is doing. Bob, you have anything else other than what I said? Anything coming up? No? Just the show in December. And then I don't know what next year we probably, our calendar's gonna be way different next year, so we'll just kind of figure that out. Like I said, I have a couple of things going on this next weekend, so I'm excited about that. And as we close the show out, you guys, we are bringing up our Spotlight Artist of the Night. And this gentleman has been on the show before, and he is an awesome up-and-coming artist. He also was this year's Las Vegas Black Music Awards Wild Card winner. So I want to present to some, and some of you all who want to hear some dope music. You guys check this guy out. This is Vic Trail IAM with Cheering.
How y'all doing? Hope y'all enjoying from home. Enjoy this song. Take a listen and let me know what you think. This is different, in fact. You can't even see the truth. Let me tell you a little something I heard from the ancient Egyptians. Let me speak my truth. Look, see, I've been rolling, not from a planet they understanding. It's outlandish. I've been taking advantage of my problem solving, knowing they've been leaving some damage on mama's cheering. I've been hearing they want to take all my fears and start to fill them up. They feeling us. Don't want to get no fucking credit, though I'm wasting time. They don't want to show it. Check my credits, go from head to toe. They want my soul, but I ain't stepping. Cold, my people know. Stop playing these games and show me freedom, ho. Hold tight. Don't want to tell them I'm Egyptian. Quick, son. Nigga fall into it, fuck the mission. Listen, want to tell the truth, but I ain't there. No fair. They hiding all your truths, just check your crucifixion. New division, they wanna put us in the box. Hell nah, I ain't waiting, so I ran and grabbed my socks. Head out the door, they gon' put the skull on your block. Don't check that no box, cause the option never stops. And you kicking rocks, sing it as you ride your way home. Your ligaments evaporating, find your way home. Drinking from them Appalachian mountains. I'm on that mission, and I'm trying to find that fountain of youth. I got the proof, I ain't telling lies, I done seen it. In the noose, I cut it loose. Black man is undefeated. From the root, I know the truth. I got faith, so no, I ain't seen it. Emotional abuse on a man, y'all fucking leave it. I've been rolling, not from a planet. They understanding it's outlandish. I've been taking advantage of my problem solving, knowing they've been leaving some damage on mama's cheering. I've been hearing they want to take all my fears and start to fill them up. They feeling us. Don't want to get no fucking credit, though I'm wasting time. They don't want to show it. Check my credits, go from head to toe. They want my soul, but I ain't stepping. Cold, my people know. Stop playing these games and show me freedom, ho. Look, I want my freedom from these lies, no disguise. Bet you'll probably see me different if you look into my mind. Got a lot of schools that's missing, love my vision, still be blind to the truth that they be hiding, but I still don't waste my time on these unnecessary facts. But since we black, they want hide up all our truths up in that crack. In the 80s, when grandma and daddy would share that pipe, I need a light just to lead me to that pathway up to heaven. Fuck your reverend. I niggas wanting money for they lessons. True confessions that I'm spitting out my heart, but they just want me for my blessing. Cause they know that I'm the gifted one, the gifted son. Mama named me after the law, cause I ain't listening. Got fake shit all up in my ear. Yeah, I got glasses, but I'm seeing fucking clear. I take my time, leave some niggas at the pier. There ain't no fear up in my soul, cause I'm watching guys cheering. You hearing, rolling, not from a planet they understanding. It's outlandish. I've been taking advantage of my problem solving, knowing they've been leaving some damage on mama's cheering. I've been hearing they would take all my fears and start to fill them up. They feeling us. Don't want to get no fucking credit, though I'm wasting time. They don't want to show it. Check my credits, go from head to toe. They want my soul, but I ain't stepping cold. My people know. Stop playing these games and show me freedom, ho.
Woo-wee.
Big Trail.
Big Trail, what you got coming up? Let everybody know where you're going to be.
Look, what is it? October 30th at UNLV, The Degree. We're hosting an event for Halloween. Okay. Wear your best costume. Come out, get a ticket. Tattoos, haircuts, dropping music. Got a new label, so check me out.
Wait a minute. So you're also a barber, right?
Yes, indeed. Okay. Yes, indeed.
So you're a barber, and this event is your event that you're throwing?
Yeah. So me and my lovely girl, we have a shop called the CNI Studios, Clipping Ink Haven, tattoos and haircuts. So we throw events, and we're trying to keep it going. So October 30th.
October 30th. So, all right, cool. Send me that information so I can post it, please.
I will. Will do.
Because they're trying to check your credit score from head to toe.
You know? Don't. My soul, but I ain't stepping, crow.
There you go.
So you guys, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. I am Talitha Cumi, Food for the Soul Media Group, Orlay_worldwide, and The Real Big Bobby B, at K, the number 2 unique, and DA_FALCON_HERU. Our show tonight has been sponsored in part by the Orlay Collective, Big Bobby B Beats, KG Development, The Falcon Heru, and Vic Trail IAM Music. And we are out, you guys. See you guys next week.
Peace.